X1.
Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here again, playing some more Terra 0.6.5.2, and kind of come across the bigger guy here, and he's got a ton of megatons on him. So I'm going to see if I can take him out. This may be the end of my guy, I don't know. I got shields, but that's a hell of a lot of firepower raining down on me. Oh, look at that! Oh, I couldn't ask for better. You be screwed now, boyo. Oh, I'm just gonna sit under here and rip you apart. Oh, it got ugly for him real fast. I can't believe that happened for me. I thought I was gonna have a long chew through the front layer, but that worked out way better than I thought it would. Now to clear out one of these two. Looks like this guy's the lucky one. Yeah. We'll put that down, start cleaning up. Now it's just me and you, Paco. You're going down. So while I take this guy out and clean her all up, I do ask that you keep in mind that if you do like what you see, please throw the likes around, subscribe to the channel to get more of the videos that you may be interested, or just jump to the comments to say hello. I'd love to hear from all of you. You know, this YouTube thing is only as fun as we make it, so let's make it real fun. So now the cleanup. I got spread out a little more than I thought it was gonna. So I'll get back to this after I do my cleanup. Well, I decided to take another shot at making a Hawkeye base tech, and I figured this might be a good spot as any to do it. And right from the go, I'm going to try and use as much of their blocks as I can, even though I can't use all, they all can't be their blocks. They're missing too many. Maybe they'll have them later in the future. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a feel for the base that I want to make, and really just kind of trying to rough out the idea that I had. It's going to be somewhat similar to the ones I generally make, well, the start of it anyway, but then after that, that's when it changes. Gotta make sure you got room and stuff like that for all the batteries and generating, and at least some idea of the room you're gonna take. As you can see, there's no trial and error. And I had some problems there trying something else, so I got quite a few blocks. Get the wheels situated here. I don't know about these wheels really. I haven't used them too much. They seem pretty good, but I've only really used them on lighter stuff. So this tech ain't gonna necessarily be super light. I'm aiming for maybe a little bigger than the one I got right now. But a lot of this is gonna be focused on firepower, so that's one nice thing with the new Hawkeye guns. They have so many attachment points. It's really easy to add guns and still have options. So I'm really liking that. And it's just a matter of getting all this stuff organized or oriented. Because of those said so many attached points, there's a few extra options. Yeah, I'm just trying out some maybe weird looking combinations just because they might do something useful. But who knows, I could be wrong. Using those more like stabilizing wheels at the back, just hopefully gives that extra little footprint that won't let it tip right back. Because you never know what it's going to look like until I'm done, really. I just kind of build and add and hope. See what it turns out like. And there's those mentioned batteries. Better start now, get them in the groundwork. Because this tech might take a lot of them. Yeah, that's back a little far. That's a little better. It still moves around pretty good. few more in here. Get set up for my platform for generating and collecting resources. Or collecting resources, then refining, then generating, and eventually selling. I gotta kind of find one of those cannons, I think, still. Or no, I think I got a couple. Have to see about that. So now the tricky part, figuring out the layout of my processing plant, I guess you could call it. This is the part I usually spend a lot of time on. And it gets to be a lot of time if it really gets my interest and gets me eager. Because then I just fall off into thought world. Try and run through as many possibilities as I can, and I figure out what will work for me and what I like, and sometimes I screw myself over pretty bad just thinking, and then it's like, well, I haven't got nothing built. So I've been working on that. Trying to get that not to happen so often. Sometimes it's good though, a little forward planning. Yeah, I really like those receivers, but I'm not too sure how they really compare. I haven't really tested the range or nothing. I figure it's about the same. I like their convenience. They're smaller, they hold more, so that's always a bonus. They have 2 attach points instead of the 1, so that's more options. I gotta love that. I think it's just because I've been using the other ones so much. I think that's why I like them better, I guess. But like anything, your processing plant's only as good as your refineries. So I'm going to put 2 on this and then run out from there and try and work in some generators, and just for a little extra storage. So I don't really plan on using the silos. I'm not sure if they really work that great with the generators. I tested them a while ago, they still didn't work, but I don't think I've tried yet in this. Yeah, there's those. I don't think I've tried in this update yet. I'm not sure. I kind of forget things sometimes. So there, I think 6 generators should be good, seeing as I don't have any surplus. At least that way I get 6 things on the go at once. Now the tricky part, trying to work in some of these angles, because they do look cool, but making them work nice too is also a trick. So I got a few ideas what I might do with it, and depending how it goes, I'll just switch it from there. For some reason that says tank to me. Not sure why, but it does. Actually, I just got another idea looking at that. More of a visual, it's not really an overall build idea, but I'll have to keep it in mind and see how it works out someday. Yeah, I'm slowly getting a picture in my head here though. Now it's just a matter of seeing them to be able to place them the way I want. Yeah, those are backwards. Damn it, they're the wrong way. Yeah, I guess that's mostly related to the graphics setting. Like this, I think I got it set on good. So if you put it on like beautiful or fantastic, it might be a lot nicer. Because I think they're actually supposed to be a little more of a grayish black. Or maybe the contrast or the gamma or something's a little different. But they're a lighter black. They're a little easier to see the difference in the little parts. Like the wheels have a little different shading, I think, compared to the hub or the housing around them. So yeah, I really do kind of like those rail guns. They seem to have quite the punch to them. So I'm going to load up the center of this nice and low, because I was finding it was a little difficult to hit stuff sometimes. It looked like it was shooting over them when I didn't think it should have been shooting over them. I was at bad angles too though, but I'm just taking extra precautions here to make sure that they're going to hit what I'm aiming them at. And actually, one thing that I got reminded of there today while reading through some of the posts on the forums is there's a suggestion for manual aiming. Now, I know they don't want it, and that's fine, I get that. But the one thing that I do recommend is that we get crosshairs at where our guns are aiming, like before they start firing, because after that you can tell, right? But before, like if I drive up on a tech and I see crosshairs and it's aiming at like his wheels and I want to start shooting, cool. But if it's aiming at his wheels and that's not what I want to hit, at least I know, and I can move that crosshair to where I do want it. So I think that's a really good compromise. Instead of having manual aim and changing the way they want their game, I think that'd be a pretty good addition. So, I don't know, we'll see if I can remember to add that into a post, or maybe one of the devs will see my video here and they'll pick out that idea from it all. Now, back to my build here. I got a little sidetracked. So I got my drills on the front and everything, even more sniper rifles and some shoddy guns. And I don't say shoddy gun as a put down, I mean it as it's a pretty cool little shotgun. Double barrel, friggin' thing seems to hit with some force. I'm liking it already. And I've only used it a few times. I've really only used it this once in game, because this is kind of, or no, I guess the tech before is technically the first time, but I didn't really do too much with it. Yeah, this isn't really going to be that great for harvesting, I don't think. So I got a feeling it's going to get hung up on a lot with those drills being so low. So I expect to have to modify, revise, or change my design quite extensively until I find what works, but that's half the fun of this game, is it not? So yeah, I am trying to make this kind of for the selling mission I got up above. Or is it selling or refining? Either one, this should do for both. I'm going to have it refined and sell, so I don't really need it, as all those bottom three are all maxed out already, but I just like clearing them off the log, the mission log there. I like to finish things if I can. And this I figure would be a good idea to keep those little punks out of my back door. There's nothing there's nothing more in the world I hate than someone trying to crawl on my back door. It's never a good day when that's going on. Yeah, that's the wrong way. Yeah, like right here, it's kind of tricky to find the right direction, orientation, just because there's a lot of options. And with all the super black, as I've been calling it, it's kind of hard to see already as it is. Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, there's no attach points on the tops of them. So yeah, see, learning something already. Let's see how that, oop, nope, not quite. What about something like this? Oh, that looks about right. Yeah, that should work. Just because they're cool. Yeah, it really screws me on the ground clearance, so I definitely think I'm not getting up some steeper hills, and maybe some smaller ones too. But we better arm it just in case I do get stuck. I want to be able to fend off the attackers while I try and get myself out. Yeah, I need something on the sides there. Can't just put more angle blocks down there, I don't think. Either gotta put guns under there, or I don't know. Not sure exactly what I want to do with it. Yeah, I better make some loops, so get a little extra storage. At least that way I can have 3 in the generators, 8 on the pad or the conveyors, and 1 being sold at all times. If I really get ambitious, I'm going to put a filter before them at some point. I don't know, maybe not. Just have it so you just keep full. As long as you're full of a decent mixture, you should be alright. That's another reason why I got 6 generators. Lots of chances for the good burnable fuels to find their way in there. Yeah, that looks kind of neat. And oh, that ain't gonna work on that side. Well, never mind. Try something else. See, this is those difficult parts of these angles that I was mentioning there earlier. Yeah, I'm starting to look on the back end is going to be as defended as my front end, so I'm liking that. I'm kind of eager to see how they do in some of the big battles I've been getting into, since I'm getting into like the higher grades. Get like 6 techs running around and everything all after me. We'll really test this guy out at that point. Yeah, I better move that. Put that somewhere where I know it is. Yeah, better back there. And that little light of mine, it can shine that way. And I usually try and have a terminal on every tech, just because it's the easiest insurance policy out there, as long as you got some money. You do need that. Yeah, 'cause I found in this episode here, I've lost the, or was it the previous episode, I lost my skew 2 or 3 times. So, just not paying attention to it enough, really, is all what happened. But it happens. Got over it. One time I actually had to go find the terminal in the wreckage, which I was lucky enough to have one there that I could find. So that was pretty damn sweet. There. Move that back a wee bit. Oh, that's kind of annoying, eh? Right up in my face like that. Oh, that sounds kind of odd. Mixture of all the guns. Yeah, I think maybe it should just be like one gun sounds and the rest just fire along suit. I don't know if I'd really worry about having each individual sound going at the same time. I will end up with a tech with 100 shotguns and 100 sniper rifles on it, and then the bigger guns, when they get put into the game, you know I'm gonna want them. And the mini guns are loud as hell. I was playing with those in the R&D, and holy crap, almost blew my eardrums out the other side. Opposite sides. And yeah, I've held off long enough. I haven't used any megatons on my other tech yet. I'm thinking of it though. I'm starting to get hit pretty hard by some of these guys. But if this tech does its job, I might be switching over to this one. I got a feeling I'm going to have to revise it a wee bit before I'm going to give up my good one, my proven tech. The yellow one over there, he's my out and about. He's the original tech I started in this, and he's made it through all those levels, grades of licenses, all the guys that I've run into. And I haven't really steered away from any of them. Maybe a couple of small ones because they're a waste of time, but all the big boys, I went right up for them. He's even put a hurting on a couple of those Bricky, I think they are. In the forums it was getting called Big Betty or something like that, but his name's Bricky. But yeah, he's a melee tech really, with some plasma lasers, but I took him apart very effectively. So yeah, getting the sides kind of wrapped up. Got a few things kind of looking nice. Just gotta get her, I don't know, gotta get to a certain point and then it starts to really take shape, and then I can get into it more. I find things when I get into it, it goes faster, it goes easier. It's not a struggle to think of the new next block to put. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I like those ones. The angled single blocks that I was using there. So I'm going to try and use them. They got a bunch of them too. So it doesn't hurt for me trying to use them. It's actually a pretty good incentive. Yeah. Something like so. Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? There, should I put it on the side? I kind of like the side. I want a little bit of an opening there. I'm not sure why, but I think it might be neat. Yeah, I usually just kind of go on a feeling when I'm building. Like, I feel I need this block. I feel this might look neat. And sometimes I feel like I waste my time because of that. Build it, looks like not what I expected. Sometimes it just downright looks like crap. This one though is starting to look kinda alright. It's not nothing I'd write home to Ma about, but it's looking decent. Like I said though, it's only... Well, I've only really played with these blocks making text maybe 4 or 5 times now. Most of the time it was making a flyer. Which I'm gonna do that again too, but I'm probably gonna head back to the R&D. And then I can use all the blocks. Oh, you have to anyway, that's right. None of the flying parts for this quarter's in the main game yet. Hoping that's the next unstable. Don't quote me on it though, it might not be. They're saying they'll all be in for the next stable, but that's kinda estimated to happen around the end of the month. It kinda looks like hands. Or fingers. Now you know the idea that I got from it, eh? I'm gonna make some hands out of that at some point, I think. I have to make a pretty big tech, or oh, excuse me. I have to make a pretty big guy to have them for proportionate hands. Should have used that on Mr. Mower. Didn't have that option when I made him, or that part of him. I wasn't going to change that much of him. I kind of like the way it looks like he's got his work gloves on with the gray. So yeah, it's starting to get rounded out here pretty good. But yeah, that is pretty low to the ground though, those drills and that. Especially the way they stick out, that 2 or 3 blocks past the wheels. So I might have to get creative. Or who knows. Send as an invader, start something new. No, actually no, screw the invader thing. The last one got destroyed. And it almost cost me money to get it back, if I wanted it back. I don't send invaders that I want back though, so you know, it didn't really make sense at the time. Yeah, a few guns and I think I'm good. Now, what guns to use? Yeah, those are kind of neat. I try and get a variety, you know, use a bit of everything. Honestly, those little ones, probably won't use them too much. Well, early game I guess I'd use them, but after I get the upgrades, no. So it seems to move a little sluggishly off the start, but it does pick up fairly good. And I even managed to kind of make it kind of look nice. It's presentable, I'll say. Well, I got it all built, so I better go test it out. Let's see how it does against the Lullinator. Oh, gee. Did really good against him. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna go run it against this next little mission here. I don't want to go too far though. I don't want to leave my other guy behind. Kind of like the look of this. I got some ideas from the back end there. Might have to make some weirdness. But I got another tech. Ooh, this is a big one. What are they sending at me? Not enough. That's what they're sending. I ain't letting no one get behind me easily. I don't care who they think they are. Laser speedster. I think I just disintegrated that guy. Let's see how these bigger dudes handle me. We're gonna get nice and close. Oh, he's running away. He don't want no part of it. Oh, now he's coming back. Oh, just a current, just ripping them apart. Oh, that got ugly fast. I tell ya. What's that? Pointing that away. Oh, it's a generator. I guess it's supposed to go that way. I'll take it. Nope, wrong way. I like generators. I got 6 of them in this thing. Well, I guess probably would have known if you watched the previous part of the video. Don't have no resources on it yet. And I'm not going to worry about too many of these blocks. Oh. Kind of like those ones. So I'm just going to put it on... Oh, I don't know, I'll throw it up here for now. So yeah, so that wasn't too bad. I'm going to go fight that. Nah, I'm probably just going to go back. I think it passed its test pretty good. We're going to see how it does on some hills. It's pretty slow. I got a feeling it's not going to do so great on the hills because of those low drills. But, nah, I didn't think so. So if I get rid of them drills, I'll be styling probably. Get rid of them all. Does it work any better? Oh yeah, it gets slippery. Not good. Not liking that. Make it up straight on. No. Oh, what? Let me guess. It's the back now that's messing it up. Yeah. So if I take all my... Ooh. What happened there? Okay. Well, that sucks. So it's alright for battle. Sucks for hill climbs. Oh, I don't know. Maybe this will become one I pull back apart. So I could at least get going, like... There's gotta be somewhere I can drive up so I can get back to my base. But anyway, while I try and get up here, just keep in mind if you do like what you saw, throw the likes around, subscribe to the channel, that way you can see the latest videos I have to offer that you may be interested in. Hop down to the comments to say hello. I'd love to hear from everybody. As I always say, this YouTube thing is only as fun as we make it. So until next time, everybody, have a good one. Oh, I took my drills off, now I won't be able to do nothing. Oh, whack. That sucked. But anyway, bye.